Yo!
What's up, Jackson family, and welcome to our channel. Hey guys, first I want to say thank you for watching this video. It's been about 7 months since our last video, and a lot has happened in that 7 months, hasn't it?
A lot.
Long time. Like, we were back and forth between Atlanta and North Carolina. I had a really tragic death in my family that really took me off of YouTube. That was like the biggest thing for me. Was I had a lot going on personally with my family, so that took me off, and I was just so unmotivated and in a crazy place, on top of living in 2 states. Literally, we had our house in Atlanta, had the apartment in Raleigh, Durham, and we finally got a tenant, so we decided to rent our home out and put it on the market maybe next year if we decide to stay in North Carolina. And so that changed, and we officially moved here 2 weeks before coronavirus hit. Like,
Coronavirus.
I still can't get over it. Like, we had an apartment here since August, but I pretty much was only here maybe a week out of the entire month, from August to January. Yeah, from August to January, I was like here maybe a week. And so I really didn't experience North Carolina until February, end of February at that, 2 weeks before coronavirus hit. So, we've been getting adjusted. We've been getting our life together, just trying to maintain. I mean, that's just the real. It's not an elaborate story. It's not anything spectacular besides the fact that we were literally just maintaining, and in a place of, he's starting a new job at a new company, and that's, stressful in itself, us being apart, because it was times when he was in North Carolina and I was in Atlanta or Alabama, and we weren't even in the same state, to just life happening. We got caught up, and so we had to take a breather, but I think we're both glad to be back. Are you?
Yeah, and if I had to give one tidbit of advice, it's just literally life happens, and you just have to adjust accordingly. Never get to a point where life keeps you down or keeps you in a certain space. Find a way to be positive through all that happens, whether it's the good, the bad, the indifferent, right? And grow from it, learn, and find a way to become a better you out of it. So I think through the whole situation and everything that happened that Camille mentioned, I think through the whole situation, we both have, become better people, not only individually, but in our relationship as well. And continuing down this road of marriage, and, just thanking God to be able to experience what we've experienced, as well as be here to experience it, with each other. So for real, it's life happens, but we get through it. So.
And to Jack's point, yes, that is 100% right. Throughout everything that has happened, I mean, we could go on days for everything that's happened. From, we thought we had a break-in at our house and we weren't there, just craziness. Through all of that, it honestly made our relationship stronger. Literally. And I say this, and I mean 100%, through all of the bad stuff that happened and all the scary times and craziness, the last 7 months have brought, our relationship is on another level. He was my best friend before, but now I think he is bestie of all time, best friend I've ever had, best friend I will ever have. So much more. Our marriage, the first almost 2 years, it's been a lot of change, y'all. I don't think most couples experience this much change so early on in their marriage. How many companies have you been with since we got married?
3.
We have been married for a year and a half, and he's been with 3 different companies, one that took us to move less than a year after we built our house. Like literally like yikes. It's been a lot of change, but it's all been for the better. Like our journey has been a wild one, but honestly, I wouldn't want to do life with anybody but this one. Like he has been such a great support to me and like really like gotten me together and reassured me of the person I am and, helped me strengthen my faith and everything. Like, and I really appreciate that. And it's just so fun to go through life with somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's such a blessing. I think like throughout all of this, like I've really been reminded that it's such a blessing to be able to go through life with someone else.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I mean, even with that statement, going through life with somebody, it doesn't necessarily we know everybody's not in a relationship. We know everybody's not married, or have a significant other. So that someone else could be a close friend, a family member, even a parent. You just have to have somebody that 100%, good or bad, they'll be in your corner, right? They'll be honest with you. We all need people that will honestly be honest. Like, and I think that's the problem with, if I had to say a problem with a lot of like friendships and relationships, people just don't want to be honest for whatever reason. Sometimes we have to have like real reality checks with each other and we talk about things, and sometimes, we walk away not feeling the best from the situation. But the thing we do respect about each other is that I know this person is going to be honest with me. I know this person is going to be, real. I know this person is going to have my back regardless, right? So,
make me better.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
if your relationship is not making you better, end it. Peace out, Cub Scout. Your relationship 1,000% should make you better.
Yeah.
1,000.
If you're with somebody, and that's a reality check, if you're with somebody and you haven't grown any as a person, you may want to take a look at your situation. Honestly, that's not, I don't mean to, throw anybody on the bus or make you go, argue with your significant other. But if y'all been together a certain amount of time, and you will know what a certain amount of time is, only you can determine that, and you haven't grown or changed as a person for the better, you may want to do some soul searching.
Yeah. So we could talk all day about that. If y'all want to hear more, conversations with me and Jack and more relationship stuff, definitely drop in the comments below and let us know, because we are always open to talk about that type of stuff and answer questions for millennials, for couples, for, it's a lot nowadays in this society to be in a relationship, in a successful relationship, a marriage. That's tough with social media and everybody chit-chatting and just so many distractions and stuff like that. It's hard to be in a relationship nowadays. So if y'all want to hear more of that, definitely drop it in the comments below and let us know, because we would love to do all of the talks with relationship, marriage, and being young and being in a relationship, all of that. So drop it below. But we're going to get into the video today. So this video today is going to be part Q&A, part finding our dream home. So as you guys know, like, we're wanting to build again. And so right now our life is in Raleigh. So we're moving forward with trying to find our dream home in Raleigh. So we're just visiting some neighborhoods. Let us know how you like the neighborhoods we ended up touring. We're still just getting acclimated with different areas in the cities and where we fit personally. So
what do you want in a home? Like, what are your 5 must-have?
Nice kitchen, definitely number 1. Nice master bathroom and closet, number 2. Exterior, I would prefer a white brick home or a white craftsman style home with black windows. I want it to be light. I want it to have high ceilings or large windows. And that's really all. What about you?
Open home.
Okay, 1.
I want light floors. I've been watching a
Oh,
lot of HGTV, so that's where that came from.
I mean, wow. I didn't know we were getting
That's that-
specific.
Yeah, that California vibe is a vibe.
Definitely light floors. That's on my list.
Definitely a nice master
Okay, so we have 4.
and a man cave. That's what
Okay, so yikes. I don't know what we're going to do because
that's a lot.
that's a lot. Like, I want a nice kitchen, bathroom. He wants light floors. He wants a man cave. We
feel
can
like
do
we
it.
can fit it in.
We can fit it in. I will say nice and airy. So maybe instead of saying it has to have like high ceilings, maybe we can compromise with big windows.
Yeah.
Let's see what we find. So we're going to get into the clip and show y'all all the places we've toured. On today's adventures, just looking at some cute new construction neighborhoods to get some inspiration and to also see where we might potentially build. Nice cul-de-sac. The masters on the man. Ooh, this brick one is cute. This is such a cute neighborhood. So we're in Chapel Hill, y'all, and it's a really cool concept for a neighborhood. It's like all craftsman style homes, but they all look different. And it's like, I think 3 or 4 different product types. So you have like these are like 1-story homes, and then you have the 2-story homes, then you even have homes with basements, and some of them have 3-car garages, or some of them are like attached. This reminds me of the beach. Y'all, North Carolina life is so relaxed and such a vibe. That's one thing that I love about living here is everyone's so cool. Everyone's so laid back. Mind your business. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, everybody's cool. Cool and comfortable.
And the neighborhoods are so nice. Well maintained, beautiful. We're just trying to figure out where we fit in and where we belong. Like, this neighborhood goes on for miles. It's huge. Look how pretty. And then you're like right into another neighborhood. Wow, this is so insane, y'all. So many freaking parts to this neighborhood. See, now look at these. These kind of look like townhomes to me. So cute and like craftsman. It's so different. This room so reminds me of Charleston. I can't say it enough. Like, Charleston looks so similar to how these homes are built. I just love that it's so many. Oh my gosh, look at the playground. That's cool. This is really nice. I like it. I mean, me personally, I'm not into super colorful houses, but it's fun. I would have a white house or a light gray house, but hey, to each his own. And then that's the high school. Like, what in the world? At the end of the neighborhood is that's a middle school. Oh my gosh, y'all. And then if you go up the hill, more houses. I feel like I'm in between San Francisco and Charleston in this neighborhood. It's so cute. It makes you feel like, it feels like a young community, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Oh, Bernie 2020. I like those people. Whoa, look at that big dog. I mean, like, this is kind of overwhelming. Like, I feel like it's so many houses. Ooh, I love that one on that corner. Everybody's out walking. This is what I miss about being in Atlanta. Being in a neighborhood, being able to kind of like mingle or just be in your own space and not be like worried about anybody saying you're too loud or anything. I mean, you're just in your home, just chilling. Grandpa is out for a walk. Those are nice. I like these. I want to be in this part of the neighborhood. It's not a lot of colors. We joke all the time when we say North Carolina is like Pleasantville. This will be my house, y'all, right here. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. See, now at the back of the neighborhood, they have more like white, gray, and blue houses. They don't have a lot of colors back here. So we're in Apex. This is a David Weekley community. Take this left. I really like this house. Ooh, they got the cars and everything to match. Beautiful. They just moved in. Cul-de-sacs. I want to build a house in a cul-de-sac. Maybe not this house, but one of them. I like this house. If I did a craftsman style home, I would definitely do the white and the dark trim. This one's pretty. I'll catch it on the way back. I like how far the lots are apart. Don't you? Like, everybody has their own space. Look at that driveway. That's so dope. I would do this if I did craftsman style. Hey guys, so let us know what you think about the clip we just inserted of the house tours. Give us some feedback. Is it us? Do you like it? Do you love it? No? Did you like one more than the other? Let us know in the comments below. Yep. So we're gonna get into this Q&A now, and I'm gonna let Jack start it off with his first question.
All right, first question. What's your favorite characteristic of the other? Kids, and if so, how many? You wanna go first? I'll go first. My favorite characteristic about Camille is that she is a very hardworking and determined person. Yeah, like I don't even really know. I mean, if you know what hard working and determined is, I mean, that's Camille. Like, she makes sure things happen, like with our relationship. Like, she's accountable for her side. Like, I can 100% say that. We don't have kids. Not yet. Yeah, and that's it.
No, you gotta answer kids. If so, how many?
I said we don't have kids. Oh, sorry. And we want we had kids, I think we've talked about we want one, but two max.
Strong one.
Strong one, but two max.
Like spades. One and a possible.
Possible, yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair.
We just like to go places and we like nice things. And I'm just going to be honest with you. No diss to anybody that has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids. Way my anxiety is set up, as well as my pocketbook, I would like to be able to provide a lot for 1 or 2 versus, you know, spreading us thin to have more. That's just our personal stance on it. Like, we honestly love children. I don't personally want to have more than possibly 2 out of my body personally. I would adopt. He's not really with adopting. It's just like, he just doesn't desire it. Like, he would like to birth his children, which is nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do. But me personally, I just want to experience that 1 or 2 good times and really give a lot of love, but no more than 2.
Mm-hmm.
And if 10 years down the line we have 5, it happened that way. But we are planning for 1 solid. And if we are really awesome parents, we are definitely going to recreate that again.
Yep.
So 2, but 1 and a possible. Okay, my turn.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
We got a lot of questions.
I know, I'm like trying to figure it out. Let's see.
I really want to know us.
Okay, so we had like 2 questions about relocating, so I'm going to group those together. One said, is it hard adjusting to a new city and state? Do you find yourself missing family and friends? And then the other question said, hardest thing about relocating. So I'm going to group those together. Honestly, it's been the initial shock of having to pick our lives up after we literally built a house 6 months prior was the most stressful thing about the whole thing. Like, we are new, we're first time home buyers. We didn't know, like, oh, we can just get a tenant or we can just sell our house in 30 days and everything's okay. Like, we didn't know any of that. We're like, oh my gosh, we just built this house. It's literally 6 months old. Like, our community is still building houses, so it's going to be hard for us to sell. Like, you know, after the initial, like, our lives are changing in a major way, I think it's been good. Like, I really honestly do. It took me about a good solid 3 months to get over the fact that I was going to be so far away from my family and my friends. Borderline depression about it. I'm just going to be 100% authentic. And that's the real. Like, I struggled. Christmas, New Year's, I was just struggling. It was just horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But he was a lot better with it. I think he's a lot better with change than I am, just naturally. I'm a person that's like, I function on organization, on schedules. I'm a planner, 1, 3, 5, and 10-year plans at all times. And he's just so chill and go with the flow. And, you know, I have a plan, but I'm not really focused on it. Like, he's so the opposite of me. And that has been so amazing for our relationship, because when I need to take a chill pill, he's my chill pill. Legit. Like, he's the most calm, cool, collected person. He doesn't argue. It's like 0 to 100. Like, we're going to like get in a heated discussion or it's not happening. And I need that because, y'all, I'm just like, a lot. And I'm always like worried about things and stressed. And I have, you know, I'm just a naturally like anxious person. So it's just, that was hard for me. But as far as like moving to the new city, like adjusting, it hasn't been hard. Like, we moved here 2 weeks before quarantine. We told you earlier. So we haven't had a chance to really like sightsee and do things like that. Like, we went to the malls. You know, we've gone to dinner at places and stuff like that. And from what we've done, like, we enjoy it. It's nothing wrong. Like, Atlanta's 5 hours away. Yeah. It's an hour plane ride. So 45 minutes, actually. So it's just like, honestly, it doesn't feel like we're too far away. Yep. So it hasn't been bad. And we haven't we've been in quarantine, but we had plans to go back to Atlanta. Like, we were supposed to go to Disney World. We were supposed to do so much stuff. So our experience hasn't been like this, like, oh my gosh, our lives just drastically changed, because we had so much stuff planned, like weddings and different things. So this is like the most we've been in North Carolina since he got this job in August, and everything's quarantined. So everybody's in the house. Nobody's doing anything. We love our home, so we're happy, and we love where we wake up every day. So that's a plus, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Like, we're excited. We honestly think that it was the best decision for our life. Like, you know, and that was something I struggled with, because this was completely for his career, 100%. So I struggled with that, but like, literally, it's been a good time, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So I do miss my family and friends. He does miss his, don't you?
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, like, it's been good. It's been easier than we thought. Especially for me, I thought I was going to just be completely like thrown off from being away from my family and my friends. Like, I thought it was going to be a big deal for me, because I had a hard time adjusting to Atlanta. Moving from Tuscaloosa, my hometown, to Atlanta at 21, I had a hard time with that. I went through months and months, and he knows.
Mm-hmm.
I legit went through months of like being like real deal depressed. Like, I miss my parents. I miss my friends. This is so different. Like crying like a nut.
Yeah.
So I was...
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm being
Real
honest.
depression.
Legit, like, I work every weekend,
Real
so I
depression.
can't go to Alabama. Like, it was bad. It was... So glad that chapter's behind us, because, yikes, it was tough. But, so now it's a different mentality. Now I feel like we're cool. Next question.
Next question. Let's
Also, I'm a pretty good drink maker. Just want to throw that out there. Patron margaritas, because that's our business.
Okay.
You don't know about Tabitha. That's why you didn't get it. Tabitha, the vegan lady, she's like, that's my business. Whatever, I'm going to show him later.
One question.
One question.
What is the hardest thing about interior design and doing it for other people?
I just answered the question, though, I feel like. Okay, I'll answer it real fast. Hardest thing about interior design, I mean, to me, like, it's a passion. I love it. I love doing that. So it's really not hard for me. The hardest thing in doing it for other people would probably be the hardest thing. Like, you literally, a person trusts your opinion to design their house or to style their house, and then they go and change everything. And it's like, well, why do you need me? That's like probably the hardest thing, is just knowing, like, trying to give somebody your honest opinion, and then they're like, but I want this, but why do you need me? I don't know if I can match purple and blue together and make it look good. I would never give you, I'm giving you what I think. So that's probably the hardest thing. It's just like getting someone to really 100% let that trust get there and let that whole go, to know that I can do my job and I'll provide you something that you're going to love. My house is nice. If you see my house and you like my house, I'm not going to come any less, if not probably 2 times harder on your house, because you're paying me to do that. So it's going to be even nicer than what I even have, to me personally. So that's probably the thing that I would say.
Next question, and I'll answer this.
Yep.
What relationship advice would you give to young couples looking to get married? That's a great question. Honestly, I would say the best advice I could give is the person that you're with, if you're thinking about marrying that person, they have to become your best friend. There's no way around it. Like, if you think about a relationship can easily be broken by so many things, right? By family, by friends, by he say, she say. You know, now today we're in the area of social media, so it's a lot that can happen now that, let's say, didn't happen right in our parents' years, right? So I would definitely say that person has to be your best friend. It has to be somebody that you can count on 1,000%. Like if you literally, was stranded somewhere without a phone, without a shadow of a doubt that anybody even knew where you were, right? You have to have some type of thought process to say, you know what, I know my significant other knows where I am simply because they know me as a person. They know, one thing Camille knows about me before quarantine is I would get my haircut every Friday, right? I always went to the same place, so always around the same time. So if something were to happen and I didn't make it back home, at a certain time, she could be, actually know, like, well, I know the last place he went was to get a haircut, right? So it has to be those certain things, like the things that you can't teach a person. You can't teach a person how to love you. You can't, walk a person through you as a person and expect them to get every, detail or every thing about you. You have to allow that person to love you for who you are, and you have to accept them for who they are. And then through that, you have to find a way to blend your aspirations and your goals as a couple together. If you can do that, if you can find, I know guys, sometimes we want to try to argue and we want to try to win a lot of, conversations and situations. Sometimes you just have to understand, like, hey, you know what? She got me on this one, or he got me on this one. It is what it is, and it's not a winning and losing mentality. It's just more so of you as a person understanding, like, this is my best friend.
Yeah.
And I know this person wouldn't tell me anything. Yes, the truth hurts. We all know that. Everybody probably in America has been told the truth, and it has hurt them at least one time. We all know that, right? So, but knowing that person will tell you that the truth, and even if it hurts your feelings, you can still go back and say, I know that person cares about me.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's about the literally best friends.
Put it this way. Have you ever heard this saying? You have one phone call. It's 3 a.m. on a Sunday. You have one phone call. Will the person answer the phone? You got one phone call. You are stranded. You're never going to be able to get back on earth if this person doesn't answer the phone. You got to know that they're going to answer. You have to, in your soul, know, if I need any and everything, this person's going to be there. I can honestly say, out of everything, he might piss me off. I might just be wanting to just like go ballistic, whatever the case is. But I know at the end of the day, I can count on him and that he's going to be there for me. Like 100%. He can make me so mad and I still know he has my back. He has my better interest, period.
Yep.
Period. My turn. You read.
Make it a good one.
How did you get interested in your careers?
That's a good one. So my career currently, I'm in data and analytics. So I do a lot of process improvement, a lot of looking at processes and making sure they are efficient. So somewhat of what that means, for example, if you think about 10 years ago, Walmart had, actual cashiers ringing us out, right, when we were checking out at Walmart. Now they have gone to more of an automated method to where it's no cashiers and you just walk through the line, scan your own stuff, and there you go. In a sense, I do that. I don't do it to the point of making people lose their jobs, but just finding in a sense, an easier and a smarter way to do things. So a little backstory. I graduated from Alabama State University with a degree in computer information systems. So in a sense, I've always, probably as young as, I would say 10 years old, outside of playing basketball and sports, which basketball was my first love, I always found myself on the computer. So I always knew that doing IT and doing something with computers, whether it was being support, whether it was doing the analytic type stuff, what I do now, even if it was, teaching kids computers and what computers were about and helping them develop skills to get jobs in the future, I just knew I was going to always do something with, IT. So like I said, from a child, probably 10 years old, up until going to college and getting a degree in it, that's kind of how I got interested in what I'm in. And I'm gonna be honest, I love it. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. Like Camille, she's very entrepreneurial driven. So, but for me, we had these conversations all the time. It will take a significant amount of success for me to leave my job, right?
Yeah.
And
we could blow up on YouTube tomorrow and have 1 million subscribers and be these like rich YouTubers, and he is still going to work 9 to 5 for whatever company he wants to work for because he loves what he does. And that is awesome. And I love that for him because that's awesome. Like when you truly are like passionate about something and you can do it every day and be so happy to do it. I mean, you got the key to life. Yep. I'm still getting there personally. Just because, like you said, I am more entrepreneurial driven. I now currently blog full time and do interior design full time. That is what I do. We moved for his job. We relocated for his job. So it was just like kind of like right now it's like put me on the back burner, and that's in no shade. That's no negative. Like that's just where our life is. His job, he got a dream job of a lifetime, and we're here to follow his dreams. And this blog has been my thing, and interior design has been the thing for me to just get away and for me to be able to create and do exactly what I love to do every single day. Like I do. I love blogging. I love interior design. Every single day I'm looking at more projects. I'm learning better terminology, and of course school for me, it's like the next thing. It's like I want to graduate, get my degree in interior design and business, and that's just my thing. So that's also on the side. But yeah, that's what I do. That's what we do. Yeah. So your turn. Last question. Because this video is long as crap.
Yeah, Q&As usually are. Okay, we asked that one. This is a good one. Off topic. What's your favorite thing to do during quarantine?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
That's a good one.
I did it myself.
I'm going to go. I'm going to be honest. I like to cook. And I'm going to be honest. I like to cook, but I probably have never cooked this much in my life. And I'm pretty sure many of you can agree, right? So one of my favorite things to do for myself, and then I'll tell one that I like for us to do together, I just like to get online, try new recipes and stuff like that. So that has literally been my kind of go-to during quarantine. And one thing that I like to do that we do or have been doing together during the quarantine is we've, tried to work out as much as possible, but we've also just kind of taking time to have conversations with each other.
Yes.
As well as just watch movies, right? Yes. Because, we want to be able to come outside, once we do, as we say, get outside or come out of this quarantine, we want to be able to continue to hit the ground running and continue to crush our dreams and continue to crush our goals. And just, like I said, overall, just win. Like the goal is to win at life. So, I think this quarantine has helped us kind of formulate, other plans and goals, big and small, to help us, continue down the successful path that we're on in our relationship.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree with that. Like for me, quarantine, I've been busier in quarantine than I have when I wasn't in quarantine. Wouldn't you agree? Like, I don't know what it is, but everybody's just on social media wanting to see things, wanting to chatting, wanting stuff. Like I've gotten clients during quarantine, legit clients during quarantine for interior design. Yeah. And I've just honestly, I've gotten so many brand deals during quarantine. So honestly, I've been busier in quarantine and I have less resources. So I've been stressed to the max because it's you have to really get creative with content when you're just in the house and you can go nowhere without a photographer. So that's been me for quarantine. And then also in our relationship, we talk so much more. Our communication has been so much better because we have to. Like, you gotta let each other know, especially like we're in the house all day. Like, you have to express how you feel or you'll go crazy. Like, whew, I've had those days. Have you?
1,000%. And then especially with like me, like I'm working from home now, right? So I'm literally in the house every day. To whereas like I was working from home maybe 3 days a week, 4 possible. And I had, outlets to leave home and go to work and drive to work 20 minutes and then go to work, kind of mingle with my coworkers and then come back home, drive 20 minutes back home. So kind of just having that time and that alone time to kind of unwind and, wind down and stuff like that. It's like now your home kind of is your like everything.
Everything.
It's your office, it's
restaurant, movie theater.
Yeah, like you've had to become
Beach.
creative during this quarantine. So, but it's been fun though. I mean, honestly, as bad as it has been, with everything that's going on around it, as far as us and inside and in our home, I feel like we've adjusted well. We've, like I said, come up with plans and goals and stuff to do and, accomplish outside, once the quarantine is over.
Yeah.
So,
It's been good for clarity.
Yeah.
So, it slowed us down a lot. Yeah. And I mean, like, we had a lot of plans. He was going to be in a wedding. We were going to another wedding. We were going to Disney World for his conference with his job for a week. Like, we had family vacations planned with my family. Like, I mean, like, we were going to Houston. We were going to Dallas. I was going to my friend's conference in Austin, Texas. Like, legit. We wanted to go back to California. We were supposed to go to Tulum for our 2-year anniversary. Like, our life has like completely stalled out. Like we had a lot going on and it completely stopped. And honestly, that was so good for me, for us, for everything. Like, we needed to slow down a little bit. I was going and I was going on nothing. I had zero in me and I was just going and going. And I think that I needed to take a pause and I needed to really like adjust. So we've been fortunate enough not to be affected by COVID-19, by the coronavirus, by Rona, as people call it, whatever. We haven't been affected like monetarily, but it's definitely altered our life a lot, and it's been, but overall, it's been for the better.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're thankful for being able to be on the better side of all of the pandemic. I mean, it's so disheartening. And, our prayers go out to all of the families and the people that are currently in the thick of it and struggling to cope. I cannot imagine.
Yeah. Shout out to all our healthcare workers.
Yes.
Just people who are on the front line, healthcare, grocery store, even the people, for example, a lot of us travel all the time, whether it's for business or whether it's for, personal. Let's start kind of thinking our pilots and our flight attendants too, because a lot of them, are still working through this and they're not being, properly, paid or compensated, however you want to look at it, for their services. So let's just make sure anybody that's in medicine or, just a frontline worker, let's just make sure we do our best to thank them, and always, not in this time. And once this is over, let's make sure we show them how much we appreciate them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that wraps it up, guys.
Yep.
This video is probably going to be an hour long. Don't know. We don't care. We wanted to connect with y'all and to really spend time to really give you a really good video with us coming back for the first time after 7 months.
Yep.
We have some challenges coming up. We're going to try to commit to uploading 1 to 2 times a week going forward. So be on the lookout for that. And since this video is so long, tune in to next video to hear all of the giveaway details that we are going to give y'all for getting us to 100 subscribers. Thank you so much. Yeah. We will do a giveaway at every 100 subscribers. So make sure you hit that bell notification.
Bing, bing, bing.
Subscribe. Tell your friends to tell a friend. Share it. And comment below.
Yep. Jackson family, we love you. We out. Peace.